Mute my mic. Well, good evening, Lifeline. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Yeah, please share this gathering. Please share this gathering. I think it's rather interesting tonight. Want to share some life tips. Want to help some people out, especially in our urban areas. Um, yeah. So, as we know, good evening, first of all, Corey. Um, even though it's not the 52 weeks of prayer, I still classify it somewhat as a wise man takeover. Um, Grateful for the guys that have been on 52 weeks of prayer for the month of September, and those that will represent this month as well. Um, yeah, so as we know, this is tropical storm season. This is hurricane season. This is rainy season. April, May, June, July, August, September. Whenever it rains, it rains. And I want to help some people out. Some stuff that happened with us at our house. I kind of shared with the guys back in back in April, May, whenever it happened. A crazy storm went through for about 17 seconds. Something happened. It came through. It took a tree and broke it into pieces. Um, One piece landed dead smack in the back window of a car that was right in front of my house. One piece of the tree went right through the awning on the back of my house. Another piece of the tree busted our skylight off the roof. Another piece of the tree knocked the power line for 2 or 3 grids in my neighborhood. And it was I want to say it was amazing. It happened, and um, gracefully, we were kind of prepared for some things when they happen. And this leads me tonight to, first of all, I need to explain that there are 4 different types of storms or hurricanes. There's a D level, which is classified a tropical depression, which is 39 miles per hour or less. There's a S tropical storm, which is 39 miles per hour to 73 miles per hour. There's a hurricane H, which is 74 miles per hour to up to 110 miles per hour. And then there's the major hurricane that's 110 on. Um, we've seen many of storms over the years, many of hurricanes over the years, and how they've ripped the East Coast up. And this recent one, Ida, who did, and I really, for the life of me, don't know how they get these names, but it is what it is. That's why they're meteorologists, and I'm not. So, but Ida came through and did whatever it was that she did, and caused great flooding in Louisiana and some of the northeastern states, and just it was disastrous. But I want to share with us tonight 12 things, 12 things um, on preparing for if power goes out or whatever. First of all, the first thing you want to have is what they call a power outage emergency kit. Power outage emergency kit. When the lights go out, when the power goes down in your grid, the last thing you want to be doing is trying to scramble and get things together um, in this time. When you should already be prepared in this time. You should already be ready or expecting. if you know it's going to rain, then you should already be prepared for this. And it can be dangerous to reach for stuff and it's dark in your house. Anything could happen. You could knock something down and it could cause injury. You could trip over something, even though you've been living in that house, that apartment, that condo, however long you've been living in there. This stuff happens, and the last thing you really want to be scrambling for is light. And so in this kit, you want to have in this kit you want to have plenty of light. You want to have flashlights for everybody in the household. One thing I do know that when the power is out, light will bring immediate comfort. Light will bring immediate comfort in any situation. Light will bring immediate comfort in any situation. So you want to get light. You want to get flashlights. You want to get all of that stuff with extra batteries. I ain't talking about putting them in the freezer. I'm telling my age, but you want to get extra batteries, brand new batteries for these flashlights, and the right kind. Don't go buy AAA's and they take D's. So you want to have a power outage emergency kit. In that kit, you also want to have some first aid stuff. You want to have types stuff that you'll need to survive being in this situation. In there also, number two, you want to have an emergency weather radio. An emergency weather radio. These are either solar powered or they're hand cranked. You need to know where to get one from. Google it, emergency weather radio, and it'll keep you adrift to what's going on in your area. Again, as I said, you want to have flashlights and batteries, which was really my number three, but it goes in the kit. Number four, you want to have some type of means or way to purify water. Yeah, I know every household has cases of bottled water, and that's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. Every household should have cases of bottled water stored up somewhere cool and dry. I don't think water spoils. I don't think it goes bad. So you want to have plenty of water, but you want to have some type of uh, a piece of material. Some people call them life straws, or yeah, it's a life straw. A life straw is it's this gadget that you can purify water. It comes with like this filter on it, and you can purify water into a container through that straw. Or what we did when I was in the military, we had water tablets, and what they do is you put water in a container and you put the tablet in there and you let it dissolve and shake up, and it basically kills off everything and makes the water drinkable. It's basically a self water filtration system, but you want to have plenty of water, and you want to be able to have something that purifies water in the event that you don't have enough water. Um, Another thing you want to have, as I check off my list, you want to have a food thermometer. You want to have a food thermometer. Yeah, most people have them in their houses, in the kitchen. If not, it's worth the purchase. It's worth the purchase when the power goes out. You should try avoiding going into your refrigerator as much as possible. If you're only without electricity for a short time, the food should be safe for at least a couple days. But a food thermometer will allow you to test the internal temperature of any perishable food that was in your refrigerator or freezer during an outage. So you want to have a food thermometer, a food thermometer. That's great. The next thing you want to do, you want to stock up on non-perishable food. You want to stock up on non-perishable food. I've already mentioned the water. You want to have plenty of water, but you want to stock up on non-perishable food. The moment you hear a big storm is heading your way, you should have already been at the store buying stuff. You don't want to wait to the last minute to get caught up in that Walmart, Wally World line. You don't want to wait to the last minute to be in Tony's or Pete's or wherever it is that you, or Aldi's or wherever it is that you shop. You don't want to wait until the last minute to go get stuff. You should already be stocked up. Once you hear that, once Tom Skilling or whoever says, hey, it's going to be some storms coming through, I need you guys to go and hit the store and just try and get as much as you can. And to be honest, if it's canned goods and they kind of hit your budget and you survived it, they'll take them back. They will take them back. So for it's a good rule of thumb as far as water. I'm gonna jump back up. You should have enough water. Each person in the house, a gallon a day. You should have enough. And then your non-perishable foods, you want to stock up. You want to stock up on that. Your favorite cereals, dry fruit, other stuff like that. You want to make sure. Or if you want to be real about it, you can go to the local military store, military surplus store, and you can purchase what we call MREs, meals ready to eat, and for older guys in the military, real older guys, they call them C rations. And what it is food in a container that's sealed, that's good for a good 25 to 30 years. I can remember many a nights being out in the field, busting those MREs out and being creative with it. So that's another thing. If you're interested in doing that, you can buy a case of MREs and throw them in your pantry or wherever you put your survival kit, your survival area, wherever it is, you can put them in there and they'll be just fine. It's waterproof. Everything is sealed completely. Okay. So another thing, in some instances, you want to be prepared to cook if the power outage goes beyond. Now, wouldn't it be great to be able to heat up some of them beans that you got, some of the soup that you got? I know some of them ramen noodles, you want to heat them up. You want that water so you can put them in there and everything will be cool. And there are items that we can purchase in advance for this. There's a solar oven or a rocket stove. A solar oven, a rocket stove, an eco stove, whatever the case, it's available to purchase, and you can do well with it. It's a little gadget. It works. If I was at home, I'm not at home, I could have showed it to you. We worked it out, and we trying to get our emergency kit together. In addition, you want to be able to also, and I'm going down the list, have some, if it's in your budget, to have like a portable generator. This was one of the last things that I mentioned as I was sharing our situation that happened at our house with the wise men. After everything went through, I thought about upgrading and possibly getting one of those silent generators that just kicks right on when everything goes out. Gracefully, I work for a company that purchased a $5 million generator to keep over 300,000 square foot facility lit in the event a storm takes out the power. Within 3 to 5 seconds, everything kicks back on. We don't lose nothing. That generator sits outside of the facility, on the inside of not inside, but on the inside of the building, not in the building, but inside the building, behind the building. That's what I'm trying to say. It sits behind the building, and it's like a big old 18-wheeler sitting back there. That's how huge this generator is. And so if you can, a portable generator would be great to have backup power, keep those sump pumps going. The last thing we want is the basement to flood or anything like that. You know, I've been through two floods in where we are, and you know, it ain't nice. It ain't nice, but we learn. I've learned that things got to change. So portable generators today are quieter. They're lighter. Um, and you can use them for camping and everything else as well. So that's a good one. The next thing you want to do in the event of a power outage, you want to stay together as a group. There's no telling where you are in your home, but there's no telling where in your home you'll be during the exact moment the power goes out. But whatever you do, you want to gather together in one room. If you got a dog, if you got a hamster, if you got a cat, they need to be in there too. And it's a wonderful thing, you know. And then you got to be creative in there. Um, Whatever, coloring books for the kids, games for the kids, whatever, books, um, puzzles, whatever, and you know, just to keep the calmness because they already got their flashlight. So you know, work that. Um, and so 9 and 10 is kind of goes together. You want to have activities. You want to have activities in doing that while you're together. The most important for me is protecting your family. You want to protect your family, especially in the urban neighborhoods, because it's a lot of riffraff that can take place if the power's out for too long. Guys, whoever, I won't say guys, people feel that, you know, they can come in and do this and take that. Um, as as I know, I will say this in the words of Mr. T. I pity the fool for somebody to attempt to come into my house during a power outage. You know, it's my job to protect, and so that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. And number 12. Finally, um, you need to prepare for an outage. You want to make sure that you have everything established. You want to make sure that you have everything you need. Um, as a matter of fact, Noah didn't start building the ark when it started raining. Noah was already prepared for the rain. So we want to be prepared in advance. So I hope that this was a good teaching. I think it's a great life tip. And I just hope that we can take this to heart and run with it, because we never know what will happen. Weather is real strange nowadays, and so I pray that what I shared tonight was good teaching. I pray that it don't fall on stony ground, and I pray that we can prepare in advance. Amen. So I thank you for your listening eyes, your watching eyes, and listening ears, and I appreciate. And I'm signing out. Have a great night.